Hello, ladies. Why you should not have a boyfriend? One of my clients had a scenario where she was sharing with me that was dating a guy that she really liked, and this guy didn't call her, didn't schedule dates, and she was just kind of like waiting for him. I mean, he called here and there, scheduled maybe a date once per month, and she made herself exclusive with him, and then she kept telling me that she feels frustrated, she doesn't know how to inspire the guy to do more, and how to, what to do else that the guy is more interested. And the truth is that it's not her job. And if you are also in the situation where you maybe are talking to a guy, and regardless how often he asks you out, like he doesn't show commitment, you should not have a boyfriend. So I shared my client that, what about circular dating? Would you be open to go out with other guys? And she was like, no, I don't want to go out with other guys because I really like this guy, and I feel like I want to be loyal to him. I want to be loyal. I want to be a good girl, like, because I like him so much. Maybe if maybe if I go out with others, and he will like completely stop contact with me. And I was like, listen, dear. So you are grabbing to those crumbs of him doing like once per month date or calling you here and there. You're grabbing to this low effort behavior of crumbs, no commitment, no providing. Eventually a date once per month, right? And then you are afraid to go out with others because then he will get upset, maybe not like you. I mean, that is really not healthy behavior. Like, this is so unhealthy behavior, and this puts you in such a disempowered stage. But if you are feeling this way, or if you have ever this situation before, I hear you so much. It is not easy. It is not easy, especially if you like a guy a lot and you want to, you want him to like you. So I get it. It is not easy to be in the situation to say no to boyfriend and be circular dating. And I will share with you in a second how you can implement this. But before that, I want to invite you to my free summit, my free event, Get Your Ring Summit. Okay, so make sure to sign up. The link is in the description box. And I'm inviting speakers in there to share with you the tips and tricks how to inspire a man to propose and how you can get your ring. All right, so make sure to join that summit. And let's now talk about the situation that my client had, where she really liked one guy and she was just like, I really like him, I don't want to go out with others. And I asked her, like, listen up, why do you not want to go out with others? Like, why not? Because she was actually, I'm afraid that if I go out with others, that I will like someone else. And I actually in my mind already, pictured me being engaged and married with this guy. So I much rather wait on him than going out with others and liking someone else and getting married with someone else. So you see, there are so many reasons why women keep themselves stuck, okay? And it's always individual. I always help them figure out this reason. But long story short, I shared with my client, like, you want to be happy, right? Like, you want to feel love. You want to feel love. You want to feel lively. You want to feel fulfilled in your relationship. Does it matter if you feel it with this guy or with another guy? Does it really matter? She was like, no, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, I could feel it with someone else, and now I could be happy with someone else. Great, good. And then she had another resistance when she was saying, but I already invested so many hours of thinking about this one guy. Like, I already like made it in my mind. Like, I already thought maybe he will be the one. I don't want to waste my time. And I was like, I hear you so much, but listen up. Yeah, listen up. You don't want to waste your time, but when you're waiting on this guy to give you the whole cake while he's giving you crumbs, you are wasting your time. Don't you realize that? And she's like, yeah, it's so true. I am. When I'm waiting for him, I'm wasting my time. So this way she was open to kind of like start circular dating. And as you see, I'm not the type of coach who will be like, just do it, just do what I say. No, not the type of coach. We will always like see what is the underneath blockage so that you feel good with whatever you're doing. And in this scenario, also, I showed her that it is what it is. Sometimes we just have to date multiple guys, and yes, one will be the one, and it's part of the investment. It's part of the investment. You want the result, you will get the result. Obviously, you educate yourself, right? You take my courses to know how to date so that you shorten the time how to have success in dating. Yeah, you can also have group or one-on-one coaching with me so that the success is like much faster, and with you don't have to do all of those lessons by yourself because you have the guidance, right? So this is also your option to shorten your time. However, when you are doing all of those things, you are enrolled in my courses, you are in my one-on-one or group coachings, you have the right support. Sometimes when you go out with a man, he's just not interested, he's just not the right match, and it's part of the process which we cannot change. So the only thing is, and this is also what I shared with my client, that we have like this psychology thing where we're like, we invested so much in something, even if it's no longer serving us, we don't want to let it go, right? We don't want to let it go because we invested so much in this one thing. By the way, that is why a man needs to invest in you. Okay, that's one of the things that I'm teaching in my courses, also in the summit, that a man needs to invest in you because this is how he falls in love. Yeah, but same as with you. When you invested a lot of time for this guy on whatever you're doing, it will be a hard time letting the thing go. But think logically, okay? Think logically. If it's not serving you, it doesn't make sense to keep investing more. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense anymore. Just like imagine, I know you're not going to be doing that, but like imagine you are building a snowman, a snowman, and there's like snow, but like next day there's like so much sun coming in, like, and the snow is like melting. The snow is melting. So you started building the snowman. Okay, if maybe you have kids, you do that. If you don't, maybe you remember when you were a kid, you started building the snowman and you wanted to keep building the snowman next day, but it's already started to be sunny and the snow is melting. It does not make sense to continue because the snow is already melting. Okay, so yeah, that is why you should not have a boyfriend, because being in this waiting room, keep investing in only him, nobody else, is not putting you in a good energy. It's not putting you in an empowered energy. That's why it's so important that you are circular dating, obviously with boundaries towards intimacy. I even inspire women to circulate without kissing because it's literally so much easier to not have favorites. And yeah, and then choosing the guy who is most high effort, who is planning the dates, who is coming to see you, who is ready for marriage. Yeah, that's the fastest way. But as you can see with the example of my one-on-one client, sometimes people can really feel stuck because we don't see our own blockages. And that's why we need the help from outside. And although I'm such a experienced person to help others, sometimes I still need the coaching from outside. Yeah. Right now, it's about 5%, maybe 95% of anything mindset and energy like I can spot myself, but I still need that 5% extra help to have total 100 for the results, right? So if you are interested in having the help from me, where you get the results of having your middle proposal, you can reach out for one-on-one coaching. My email and the link is in the description box. Okay, so just send me a hi, send me your message. And yeah, and then also join my free summit, Get Your Ring, next week. All of that is in the